Hola everyone, this is Tania from Art East Zone, and today I decided to go ahead and start kind of like a video series for an event that I'll be participating over in August. So it's actually 3 months away, but I decided to go ahead and get an early start just because time, kind of flies when you're not even thinking about it, and I wanted to make sure that I have everything set up. For those of you who don't know, I am more of a fine artist or an acrylic painter. But when it comes to doing vendor events or even for just the social media, I like to have a variety of items to be able to offer so that I have multiple prices and kind of target different audiences from the crowd that's already there. The event itself, what it makes it different from what I see as far as other YouTube videos, it's not an art festival. It's actually a Puerto Rican festival, which fits with my theme. Most of my artwork is inspired by Puerto Rico. But when you normally go to these kind of festivals, you expect a certain kind of artisans. Most people already go there with certain things that they have in mind, whether it's like car decals with the Puerto Rican flag or flags to hang on the visor, and shirts, hats, anything with the Puerto Rican flag. So that alone, I'm already a little bit different because most of my stuff is acrylic pieces. So on top of creating prints and even some items such as, I don't know, shirts or buttons of my artwork itself, I also like to create other arts and crafts or other manualidades or to be able to have there. So I'm gonna create a series where I will showcase different crafts that I would make, some with my artwork and some are actually hand painted, for me to be able to take. Today we will be doing the glass bead magnets that I know I've seen a lot of people doing them, but along with that I will make rings and earrings. So we're gonna go ahead and knock 2 birds with 1 stone, or rather 3 birds with 1 stone. So today is just the prep work of the actual beads, and then I will showcase 1 magnet, 1 ring, and 1 pair of earrings. So stay with me, or let me know if there's any other ideas that you may have. I'm outside today. I decided to go ahead and enjoy the nice weather before it gets too hot later on in the afternoon. And I will show you how I got my station set up here today. Okay, so just to kind of show you what I already have set up or what I'll need for this project, along with my nice cup of coffee. I will have my glass beads, and these I actually got from the dollar store. I was looking for them at the craft store because I actually would like for them to be just slightly bigger, but this is what I have right now. And then from the dollar store, I also picked up the Mod Podge, the magnets, and some cheap brushes because I don't want to mess up my good ones for this project. Make sure that you have a circle cutter. This one I got from AC Moore. I forgot how much this one was, but it was really inexpensive. Later on, I think I'll need to probably invest in one that's a little more of better quality because the paper kind of seems to get stuck on this one. So just keep an eye out for that one. I'll also have my stuff ready for my rings or for my jewelry. So I have these ring bases that I purchased at AC Moore. It's a pack of 3, and these are $4.99. I also have my earring posts, and this one I think is 96 count, and it is also $4.99 at AC Moore, along with the backings, and these are also $4.99 for 8 count of 300. So that's good. I also have my art pieces, and I went ahead and I already shrunk these and printed them out. I have some already over here cut out, and I will show you that. I also sometimes like to grab like pictures or anything like that that I'll be able to make magnets out of. I I like to also give a piece of advice for any crafter out there. No matter what project I'm doing, I always have a notebook and pen at hand, simply because when you are creating and you got those creative juices flowing, you might get a lot of ideas. And I used to write them on a scrap piece of paper, and then cleanup time came and I would throw out the piece of paper along with it without me realizing. So I have, no matter where I go, a notebook and pen, and I think it's a good habit to form when you are crafting. So here it is. Oh, and I forgot, a glue gun. You also need your glue gun handy for this project. All right. Okay, guys, so I am going to go ahead and get started on the project. The first things first, I already have my little graphics cut out, but I'm going to show you how to use one or cut one really quick so that you kind of can see the process. So I am actually in the I like to go ahead and try to get myself set up as much as possible, but this is very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and try to center my work piece in the middle of the circle. And with this one, like I said, it's inexpensive, so sometimes it takes a little bit of work for me to push the actual graphic through. And again, I can go ahead and get some of these knocked out fairly quickly and be able to have a couple of them already set up. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that one. All right. And that's that. I'm gonna start first with the magnet, and I'm not gonna show you today how I'm gonna package them. I'll actually have a different video showing how I packaged all different types of crafts and also how I'll be displaying them. I already have some here glued, but just to show you, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my glass bead, and I'm gonna try to pick one that's less chipped as possible, because some of them do come chipped. I'm gonna take the back and I'm going to apply the Mod Podge. And like I said, do not use your good brushes, because this does kind of clump up while you're doing it. So this, I'm going to go ahead and position it above the artwork that I want to utilize, and I'm gonna press it down, and I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side, and it should dry about 15-20 minutes. Don't worry if you notice that the paper is, let me grab this one's dry. The paper is actually going over the glass. That's okay. We are going to trim it. Let me go ahead and do one more of these. And it's fairly simple. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my conguero over here, my salsero. And again, I'm gonna try to position it as centered as possible and press it down to try to get any air pockets or bubbles out. And I'm gonna put those to the side so those can dry. These here are already dried, so I'm gonna show you. As you can see, especially with this one, the paper is over the glass bead, so that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that down. All right, so if you want, which I like to do later on, I like to go ahead and put some of the Mod Podge in the edges to make sure that everything is tacked down. But that one's pretty good, actually. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you will be the magnet. I already have one out here. These specific ones come with the sticky part. There are some that don't have that. This one does, but I personally do not like to just count or depend on just the sticky part. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some glue to my magnet. The good thing about having the sticky part is that you can tell which side without messing up, because I have messed up on some projects and added the magnet the wrong way. So I'm gonna try to make sure that my magnet is as little bit, it's not shown too much on from the front, so that it's nice and centered. I'm gonna press down, and there goes one magnet. That part is done. So I have that. I will go ahead and package these within an assortment. Okay, so I'm gonna, you know, normally I won't put the same magnet in one pack. I might have some that are loose, if you know, for people to buy, but I'm not sure. I haven't made up my mind yet. The next project that I will show you will be the earring, and I have one of the pair already made. This one I actually decided to go ahead and use the acronym of my logo, because for the events I always like to make sure that I have my logo in more than one area and that I'm actually displaying it. And what better way to display my product wearing my logo? So I went ahead and decided to make the earring with my logo. So I already have the other one here already set up, glued and cut out. And I have my back post here. I'm gonna go ahead, same concept, go ahead and add my glue. Woo! And add my back post. I always add more than I need. I want the back post to kind of really get in there. And press it down. Don't forget, after all of these projects, to make sure that you are polishing and cleaning your glass beads, because the Mod Podge and the hot glue kind of get everywhere and you don't want to give out your products with glue on them. So make sure that you are cleaning them out. You can just polish them. The third project that I am doing today is the ring. And this one I chose to do the Puerto Rican ring. So let's see. I will, for the next one, use I'll use this leftover Puerto Rican maraca. I have this one with the Puerto Rican flag and the Ponce, Puerto Rico. That is where I'm from. And I am partial to Ponce, but I do make these with different flags as well from the other pueblos. So with this one, I'm actually going to start with my ring base. And I know there's always some concerns about gluing anything with metal. And of course, the only bad thing is that because this is glued, not necessarily on the bead itself, but on the paper, there's always a chance for them to break easier. So I try to go ahead and make them as durable as possible. So I will start, I almost skipped ahead. I will start by actually scratching the top, just to kind of score it and hopefully let some of the glue go in there. Clean it up. And I'm actually going to glue or add some Mod Podge first. Again, this takes about 20 minutes. There's no making this quicker, unless I guess if you use a blow dryer, but it's okay. And I'm gonna position, make sure that my maracas are standing one way. And I'm gonna put this there. I'm gonna press firmly. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I have sun in my creases. But this is not gonna be the only reinforcement. Once it dries, I actually will add some hot glue. And I'm gonna ensure that the hot glue is not only on the crease, but a little bit above as well. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this one to dry. Oh, I forgot to put my back to this. I can go ahead and add my back to that. And I already have one here already made, like I said, And as you can see, I went ahead and put the glue on top of the ring and the paper and put it to dry. I know it's not as pretty on the back, but again, it's all about durability, and once you place it on, you can't really see all of that. So there you go, that's the ring. And see if I can take this off because I didn't open it. That's the ring, and here are the earrings, my logo earrings, and some of my magnets. So there you go, that's that. Bye.